Alright boys, welcome back to another video. So in this video I got a suggestion from one of you guys that have been watching my videos to go into a little more detail on this guy right here. So this is my Peavey Invective mini head. I think I got it a little over a year ago, and yeah, I've been hooked on it ever since. I mean, my poor Randall over there don't really get much love anymore, but I'll talk about that one too after I talk about this amp, so don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Alright guys, like I mentioned in the intro of this video, we're going to be talking about the Peavey Invective mini head right here. This is a 20 watt tube amp, and you can actually switch down to 5 watts and 1 watt, but I'm able to get away with just running it at 20 watts and keeping the volume kind of low because I live in an apartment situation, so I just keep it down a little bit. As far as the specs go, because I forgot, it's been so long. Power tubes, we got 2 EL34s, and then your preamp tubes, you got 3 12AX7s. When this amp first debuted, it was like around $700 street price. The first time I heard it was when Ola England actually demoed it, and it really made me want to pick one of these up. It's voiced after the 6505, and you know, that really caught my attention because I did have a 6505. I had the 2x12 combo amp, and it was just way too damn loud. I couldn't even, there was no way I could play that at bedroom level, even when trying to get into like a attenuator situation. It was just, it would have been too much money, just too much hassle to get into, so I ended up parting ways with it. And then I found this guy, but actually before I bought this, because this was just, I got impatient, and this was on like pre-order for the longest time. So I ended up getting this Randall RD1H, which I'll show you guys here in a second. So because of my lack of patience and I just wanted to freaking shred, I ended up getting one of these guys. This is a great amp. If you guys are on a budget, you can find these anywhere from about $2.25 up to about $300 on the used market, in great condition. You know, that's how I got this one. I found somebody who was selling on Reverb with the little 8-inch cab, and it was just something to kind of fart around with until that came out. And that actually, I found one before they actually went on sale to the masses. I found one that was, it was marked used, but it was not a used amp. It was brand new when I got it. I got that one for I think about $6.25. Like I said, they were going for about $700 street price when they first came out. Now they're up to like $799, so everything just keeps going up. But what I like about this one versus that guy right there, because there's not a lot of tonal options as far as, you know, getting your EQ settings and things like that. You just have so much on board with what you can do out of this to shape your tone, and that's what I really like about this. So pretty much what you guys see right here is how I keep everything. Now depending on what kind of pickup I'm using, that'll dictate whether I add or subtract my gain, which is right here. This is like my main gain, and over here, this amp for whatever reason just doesn't really respond well, or just doesn't do much when it comes to the lows. Now I can obviously compensate for that over here on the resonance, so I'll get a little more low end punch if I just adjust this to where I need it. But that's pretty much where I keep it. You know, like I said, if I'm running a different pickup, then things will change a little bit, and then that's where I keep the clean channel, because I use that one so much, right guys? As far as this stuff goes here, I don't engage the tight. I don't really use that too much. That's if you do a lot of start and stop kind of riffs, like genty shit, which I just don't do. And then the boost I keep engaged. It just gives you a little more beef, so I keep that engaged. The noise gate that's on board, it's a little bit more aggressive than I would prefer, but I just kind of got used to it, so I don't run my my noise gate anymore on this amp. I actually use that when I'm plugging into the Randall, which is not very often anymore, but this is what I was using for like my Boss Katana when I still had that. This is that one from Germany, and I always forget the damn name, so I'm not going to butcher it. But this is the key and the gate pedal. These are very hard to find. When I found it, I got really, really lucky, and I have not seen one ever since. But that is like one of the best noise gates I've ever used. That thing is freaking badass. But another thing that I got to do with this amp that I have not done yet is I got to plug it into the computer, because you can actually do that with this amp. So you got an XLR out right here, which is nice. But I have not tried that yet, and I really want to check it out. But I kind of got so comfortable using plugins, and I'm getting good results with that, so I have not tried plugging this in yet. I did actually do that with the Randall on a Morbid Angel cover that I uploaded last year, and it came out really nice. So definitely got a good tone out of this one. Definitely something I was after. But again, I have no beef whatsoever with this Randall amp. This thing is great for being a 1 watt tube amp. It kicks ass. It's an aggressive little son of a bitch. So again, if you guys are on a budget, can't quite afford an amp like this, because these do run, you know, I think on the used market you find them between $600 and maybe $650 or something like that. But like I said, the full price on these now is going for like right around $800. I know in these times not many people have that kind of money to throw out at an amplifier. So if you're looking for something else, if you plan on, you know, throwing like a 10-band EQ or something in front of your amp, this is a great way to go. And especially like if you got to kind of keep the volume down a little bit, they have the 5-watt version too. You can find a lot of those on the used market. These are really kick-ass amps for what they do, especially if you're a high gain, you know, if you're a metalhead like me, and that's pretty much all you're looking for. That's what you get out of this, because this does not have a clean channel on it. So if you're always just want to run your amp full blown, just nothing but aggressive, that's a great option right there for you. As far as the cabinet goes, this is a company called 440 Live. They're out of California, and basically what they do is they got several different options of what kind of speakers you want to throw in, and they build a cab for you. It takes maybe 3 weeks to a month, and then they ship it to you. I think I paid like right around $400 out the door for this. I got Celestion Vintage 30s in there. That was what I wanted. I haven't pushed it, like actually broke the speakers in just yet, because I haven't had anybody to really jam with, or just play this in a different environment where I can really push the volume. So these speakers are still pretty much in their infancy. They're still not broken in yet, and I really want to try to give them a push, but just haven't been able to do that. But no, this is a great company to get from. I'm definitely really happy with what I get, even at these low bedroom volumes, what I get out of that amp. Even with the Randall out of these speakers, I'm really happy with it. So yeah, this is just a vertical 2x12 cab with the vintage Celestion 30s, and running through the Peavey, which one of you guys wanted me to do a video on this, so I thought it was a good idea, because I feel like I've talked a little bit about this head, but not too much to where I go into more detail on it. I really don't have any complaints. I guess the only thing that I would really like, the only bones I would really have to pick with the amp is just the, you know, the low just doesn't respond all that good. But like I said, I can take care of that problem over here and get more low end punch out of it. Not really necessarily with this, but other than that, I'm very happy with this amp. It's been really good to me. Now you guys have heard this a million times when I've done videos for you, but I'm just going to kind of play around with the switches, a little bit of the controls, and just to show you a little bit more that I don't show in videos. So not warmed up or anything, nothing special. That's just where I have it, where you guys saw all the controls when I zoomed in for you. So I'll disengage the boost. I'll show you what it sounds like without that. With the boost, it just brings a little more heat, a little more sizzle. We'll engage the tight. I'll show you what the tight's all about. So here's without the tight. With the tight, as you can see, it kills your tone quite a bit. So obviously in that situation, you gotta raise that gain. Raise it a little bit more. Yeah, you can have a little bit of fun with that. But I don't do much as far as riffs like that. But if you want it, it's available. And then obviously channel select. I play clean too often. I'm a little bit tired of using the clean channel, so we'll just skip that one. The noise gate is what it sounds like without the noise gate. There's your noise. A little bit of feedback, which is cool sometimes. Gate, it's gone, it's back, it's gone. always keep that sucker engaged. I'll show you guys what a more low-tuned guitar sounds like too. We'll do that real quick before I take off. So what you guys just heard was my BC Rich Beast in standard tuning through an, that's not an active pickup, no, that's my passive pickup. That has a Seymour Duncan Black Winter in it. And this one here, this is a JE1200 Beast. This one has EMG 81s, a dual set of them. So I'll show you guys what this one sounds like. This one is tuned to A sharp standard, so this one's pretty low. So let's do a little bit of fun with this one too. Disengage the boost. What do we got? Got too much gain, that's right. EMGs don't need as much. As far as like the brand that I picked, I mean, there's many other brands out there I could have went with in a smaller version. Like there's your Laney's, there's your Mesa Mini Rectifier, the Engel stuff. The reason I went with that one is it kind of holds like a special place in my heart because the very first amp that I ever had was a Peavey. It was a Triumph 60, and that was a tube amp. It sounded great. I played that for a number of years. And not to mention that kind of fell in my price range too. A lot of the other stuff is a little bit out of my price range. And like I said, when I heard Ola England's demo on that, I really fell in love with the way it sounded. And I wanted to check it out, and I'm glad I did. I fell in love with that amp. I really, really like that amplifier a lot. And the best part about it too is I can get a really, really kick-ass aggressive sound at a lower volume, which was what I was, hoping for. That's what I asked for. Since I don't play in any bands, I don't ever travel, I don't do any of that stuff where I'm jamming with other people, I just jam by myself. Then the amp that camera is sitting on right now is pretty much an old timer. I'll have to show you guys that one here in a second. I do play on this from time to time because this has different effects and shit like that. This was given to me by one of my buddies who he ended up I can't even remember what happened. It had something to do with a girl, figures, so he gave me the amp because he didn't want to play guitar no more. Like I said, guys, this is some old-timer, old-school shit right here. So this is a Crate FX-T120, 120-watt solid-state amp that my buddy just didn't want to have anymore. He was trying to part ways with it, just get rid of it. He was either going to throw it out or he wanted to give it to me for free. So I said, yeah, I'd be more than happy to take that from you, man. So that's what I got here. I mean, from time to time, when I want to do like solos with effects and things like that, because this does have a good amount of effects on board, so I'll kind of fart around with that from time to time. It has decent distortion, just if I'm just jamming around at the house, that kind of thing. That's gonna do it on this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I gotta get the hell out of here. You guys take care. Metal horns, peace.